Hey, what's going on, guys? Jordan over here at the Movie Den. Guys, today's video, it's funny. I had already planned to put this video out on Friday. However, when I recorded it and I put it into Final Cut Pro to be able to edit it down and do some stuff with it, I noticed that I actually had some furniture spray just hanging out, and you guys can see it. And I didn't like the look of that. And so I was like, you know what? Sorry guys, no video on Friday. I'm sure some of you will be like, oh, I don't care. And for me, I couldn't stand it. It really bugged me. And so I decided, you know what? Sorry guys, no video on Friday. So we'll put it out on Saturday. But of course, before I get started, if you guys haven't already, make sure you do hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and of course, hit that bell notification so you're notified anytime I post any of these kinds of videos. And now guys, before I move on to the topic at hand today, a while ago, it has been probably maybe a month ago, I promised you guys that I would do a review of this box set right here. And I was waiting to finish one movie, and it took me quite a while to actually watch. I've had so many different movies that I wanted to watch, do reviews on, and just a lot of stuff, especially with Christmas just a few weeks ago. But I needed to watch The House of Lost Souls from the Houses of Doom collection from Cauldron Films. So I finally finished it. So I've seen all four. So that'll be my video here in the next couple of days. Will finally be my review of the Houses of Doom. But what you guys have probably clicked on here for is the new 4K release of Sliver from Vinegar Syndrome. Let's talk about it. So no, guys, I did not get this in finally from Vinegar Syndrome. So what had happened is I had done all my Black Friday pre-orders, and then of course partner month hit. And as you know, they get rid of all of their Vinegar Syndrome titles, and it's just partner label stuff. And I really wanted to pick this up, but my stuff hadn't been shipping. I was waiting, didn't want to wait too long. And so I saw someone was selling this at a very, very good deal. So I went ahead and picked it up. And so this actually came in before my actual Black Friday partner label month purchase came in. So, and I'm still waiting on it. Still no ship date. Not sure what's going on with that. But here we have got the Philip Noyce directed 1993 Sliver. Now this movie is kind of really an erotic thriller. It stars Sharon Stone, which I'm sure you guys have probably seen from movies like Total Recall, Basic Instinct. You also have William Baldwin, a brother of the Baldwin brothers, right? You have Alec and you have Steven. Well, this one has William Baldwin in it. And lastly, you have Tom Berenger, who you guys have probably seen from Platoon, and he was also in Inception. Now, Sliver follows, for the most part, Sharon Stone's character, Carly. So she just recently moves into this big high rise, and I think it's New York, and it's called the Sliver Building. Of course, while she's starting to meet the different tenants of this building, and she surprisingly gets accepted into this, well, it's like a condo, extremely fast, a lot faster than what normally would have happened to get into this building. But throughout the movie, she is pursued by Tom Berenger's character, Jack, and also William Baldwin's character, Zeke. Now, Jack, Tom Berenger's character, now he in the movie is a novelist, right? He writes, I can't remember what kind of books he writes, but then you meet Zeke, William Baldwin's character, who he is a video game programmer he talks about in the movie. But of course, as the two are pursuing him, she eventually falls for Zeke. She begins to learn different things about the condo and about Zeke. She finds out that she looks identical to the woman who lived in the apartment before her and she was murdered. You also start to see that William Baldwin's character Zeke is starting to show very possessive, very narcissistic tendencies about him. And Carly starts to learn some very troubling things about Zeke throughout the movie. I don't want to talk about any of that stuff because that's going to give out some spoilers. I know this movie has been out for a while, and I know some of you probably have seen it, but I know there's a lot who haven't. So I really don't want to give out those spoilers. Now, reading more about this movie and, watching the special features and stuff, you learn that this movie had a lot of problems trying to come out. So when it was first, basically they'd sent it out to get rated and stuff. They wanted to label it as an NC-17 movie, but of course Philip Noyce did not want that, because you make an NC-17 movie and you were not going to get near the kind of box office draw, obviously, than you would say an R-rated movie. You're kind of alienating yourself from a lot of different theaters. Some theaters, like I said, will not even show show your movie if it's NC-17. So according to the director, Philip Noyce, what he had said was he had took out, I think it was 110 scenes, or at least changed 110 scenes to give it that R rating, so it can get that more of a worldwide, more of a more noticed release, and more people will be open to seeing it. Theaters will be more willing to put it in their theaters so they can potentially, hopefully, make their money back. Now, from what I understand, when this movie came out, film critics, for the most part, were kind of harsh on the movie. And I was reading some of the now let me say I don't hold a lot of stock in a lot of film critics. Personally, I think some of them are a little too pretentious, to be honest with you. But I still like to at least see them, especially when I'm reviewing a movie. And they didn't really care too much about it. But the audience, it actually debuted #1 on opening weekend. So that does say something that, at least for audiences, it did pretty decent, and I believe it did make some money. Now, going back to the whole NC-17 and R-rated cut, the version you are getting with Vinegar Syndrome is the unrated cut, so one could only assume would be the NC-17 cut of the film. Now, in the special features, you do get the R-rated version cut. You don't get the movie, you just get the cuts from the R-rated version of scenes that were changed out and swapped out and stuff like that. Now, what did I think about the movie? To be honest, I didn't hate it. I had a good time watching it. I stayed interested in the movie throughout the entire time. There were a couple choices that I thought were a little weird, like Carly's reaction when she finds out some big information, news, troubling stuff about Zeke in the movie. I thought, that really isn't what I feel like that this character, how she would react, but she reacts that way in the movie. But overall, like I said, I had a good time until the ending. I didn't care for the ending that much. The ending just really didn't fit the rest of the movie, in my opinion. I feel like it left me wanting more, kind of ended on a low note. I don't know. I just was not really a fan of the way this movie ended. I thought it could have ended really well, and I thought it was going a certain direction. Philip Noyce decided, nope, right turn, we're not going to do that. So I was shocked with that, to be honest with you. But let's go ahead. I'm going to go open this. We're going to talk about the contents, kind of show you things about it, and then I'll let you know if I recommend this or not. So here we go. We have got Sliver. This is the front box right there. And the significance of these TV screens you'll see in the movie. I don't want to give away anything, but that's pretty important in the movie. Let's just say there's cameras everywhere in the apartment. But there is that. In the back, you also have all the TVs right there. On the side, you obviously have Sliver. And this is a hard slipcase that you get with this, and you get two things inside. You obviously get your movie with the slipcase, and of course you gotta love Vinegar Syndrome slipcases. They are just that really nice, thick, good quality slipcases. So there is that right there. I went ahead and reversed the artwork to the original artwork. I definitely do prefer that one, but there is that. I like to have a little mix of everything, because if everything's the same, it kind of gets boring as far as the artwork is concerned. So most movies, I usually like to flip the artwork around to do the original artwork on the actual snap case. But there is that. Here is the back. And inside you are getting a 4K and a Blu-ray right there. Now for you international folks, most of the time 4Ks, like 99% of the time 4Ks are region free. So I am going to say this should be region free. However, it does say region A on the back. So I don't know if that's saying just the Blu-ray is region A locked, or if they're trying to tell you that the 4K is as well. I'm not sure. So just be aware of that. Do your own research on that part, but you've got that. And then lastly, you get your book right here. So of course there you got the TV screen, and then you have all the TVs right here. And inside here is just what you'd expect. Some different essays on the movie. It looks like you got some behind the scenes shots. So you've got Remote Control, The Uncanny Foresight of Sliver by Veronica Fitzpatrick. You have The Film Was Doomed from the Beginning by Ego Petsky. I think that's how you say that name. And then You Like to Watch This, Sliver and the High-Tech Voyeur Cinema of the 1990s by Justin La Liberty. I want to say that. Oh, I think that's how you say his name. There is in this, I don't know if it's numbered, 38 pages. I would say technically 40, but we'll go ahead and fan through this for you guys. Now, I think there was a missed opportunity. When I saw the artwork on Vinegar Syndrome, when I saw this, right, I saw that obviously this was the front, and then you saw the slip cover. For some reason, and I still think this would be so cool, is if these were actual cutouts, and then when you slide this in, right, you can get rid of this sliver down here, and because of the cutouts, you would see Sliver just like that in the cutouts. I don't know. I just thought that would have been cool. That's what I was kind of hoping for when I saw it, at least the cutouts. It's not what you get. It's still an awesome slipcase. I really do enjoy it. But there's my kind of unboxing overview of the release and everything you get in it. Now, would I recommend this? You know, I have a hard time not recommending movies. And the only reason I say that, and I'm not saying I don't recommend this, but the only reason I say that is because, look, I never want to tell anybody, don't get this release, stay away from this release, because one, I'm a big advocate of physical media, and I think we need to really push physical media and try to keep it alive as long as we can. Not saying it's dying, I think it's thriving, but you guys know what I mean. But like I said, this movie was okay. It was okay. I personally thought I had some problems. Like I said, I had a good time with it until the very end. Was kind of a dud for me. And of course, with the ending of the movie, that's kind of what's going to leave the lasting impression for the audience. And that's what you want them to go home with. And for me, it just kind of left me, it left me feeling, nah, you know what I mean? Not that impressed with the ending, like I keep saying, but yeah, definitely. If you want to give this a shot, especially if you're a collector of Vinegar Syndrome, I think you're going to like this. I know some of you guys out there love the obscure movies. So this, honestly, this might not be obscure enough or out there enough for you, but I still think it's an awesome release. And of course, if you're big in packaging, I think you're really going to like this release as well. It's really nice. But guys, that is my overview, my review of Sliver from Vinegar Syndrome. And guys, that is the video today. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you go down below, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, of course, hit that bell notification so you're notified anytime I post any of these videos. Guys, like I said, coming up, hopefully the next couple of days, I plan to do my Houses of Doom box set review. I really want to jump into that. And then hopefully my Vinegar Syndrome stuff shows up, and I'm going to be doing a Black Friday kind of Vinegar Syndrome haul in January, if it shows up in January. So kind of in limbo on that. I have a few other stuff that's coming in that I'm excited to share with you guys and stuff to go over. But anyways, like I said, that's all I have today. You all take care.